Okay, so this is a lab that we're doing. I've already given some instructions to the students. They're going to run the lab. The basic idea is that they're going to try to find the coefficient of kinetic friction for Hot Wheels cars going down the tracks. So I'm just going to narrate a little bit here so hopefully you guys can understand what's happening. Justin's starting to lay some track. Everybody's kind of working together to try to get the track to work. Way down at the other end of the hallway down here, you can see them way in the distance. Raj is working on setting up a scale. The reason why we need the scale is so that we can find the mass of the car. So that if we have the mass of the car as we send it down the track, that'll be the manipulated variable. So I'll just leave the camera running here and I'll narrate as I need to. So here's Raj down here with the scale at the end. I think I should, because otherwise how will they know what's going on? So hopefully this video makes sense here. So here's our scale. So Raj is just going to weigh every car as we need to, so that we have the mass. And we're going to try to. Our goal is to try to do a mass 4 different times, and then what we should find happen is that as the mass increases, the force of friction should also increase, because the normal force is increasing.
Did you record that for? Yeah. That's just like the wing of the. Just the car. Hi, Rebecca.
Okay, so it looks like the first car that they're weighing here.
I love your sweater.
The first car they're weighing here has a mass of 30.4 grams, and there is no eraser in the top of the car. The way in which we're trying to make it work is that we're going to add erasers. If you can see here, into the car, I've attached a little like eraser holder in there. And then what we can do is we can put erasers in as we need to, of different sizes. So we got a pile of them there. And as we increase the mass of the eraser in the car, it should increase the mass on the scale, which should increase the friction forces. So the first one was 30 point, I guess it's 0.3 now.
Do we just do one?
Are you gonna weigh them all right off the bat here?
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Or
not
weigh them
like do you have like a certain way that we're supposed to?
I don't think there's a certain way you're supposed to, but like probably what I'd recommend though is now just use that car and then put the next eraser in and weigh it, and then do that car's trials, and then come back.
Okay.
Right, and so I would just weigh them one at a time. I wouldn't weigh them all at once.
Okay.
So first car weight was 30.3 grams.
Everyone hear that?
Did you leave me some breakfast?
Yep, we did or not? Wait. Hey, everybody. The weight of the car is 30.3 grams. 30.3 grams car with like just the eraser bomb. 30.3.
You could know that like it doesn't have the eraser in it. It's Write that down. Yeah, 30.3. Okay, that's good.
Grams. So when I ask you guys the question later on in the lab about accuracy and precision, how precise was that measurement of 30.3 grams? How would you describe it? That's a good definition. I would say it's precise to 1 decimal place, or another way of phrasing it, to the nearest 1/10 of a gram. That's how precise it was. How accurate do you think that measurement was? Do you trust the scale?
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. I mean, unless the scale is broken or uncalibrated, or we're just grossly incompetent and can't read the number on the scale, like, chances are it's probably correct. Okay. When it comes to the other 2 values we're going to measure, which will be distance and time, I'll leave that for you guys to think about how precise and how accurate those values are. That track going with there. There's a little, see what I see there? There's like a little, there, maybe that'll fix it. So for you guys watching this video, you may have to bear with us as we wait for things to get set up. I'm not really sure how to do this otherwise, so. Do you guys want to do a trial run just to make sure the car goes down the track? Just to make sure it's not going to like... Let's see whether I can...
So this is one of the trial? This is just a trial.
Just to make sure the car goes down the track? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
much do you like wind it up? Do you go all the way?
Like I usually pull it all the way back and then just tap the button. This is what I was worried about. If it doesn't stay on the track, then the whole lab is kind of not going to work.
It should. Why wouldn't it?
It should.
It kind of went off.
Okay, so we'd probably be okay with that. I know that wasn't ideal, but I mean, so long as it would do that, I think we'd take that. So.
Would the more weight help it stay on?
I don't know. The problem I had yesterday when I was testing is that more weight was causing it to be top heavy and topple over. But you're right, maybe it would actually help it stay in the track because there would be more friction keeping it from like popping up a little bit. So.
Well, wouldn't gravity be stronger too? Just more mass?
Yeah, more mass would cause more force of gravity, causing more friction. So that might keep it down as opposed to like hopping out of the track. It might. I don't know. Whoops, sorry.
Hopefully it will.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You guys ready?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
I'm doing it too forcefully or what?
Well, I don't think there's really much you can do other than just press the button. Either it works or it doesn't.
Okay.
If 5 trials is too many, maybe we'll take like, I don't know, maybe we'll take like 3 and average the best 2. I don't know. We'll see how this works.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
It's working. Yeah, that second was good. Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's going, it's going.
So what's happening down there? I can't actually see. Is it just
It's like
flipping
launching
out of the
like
track?
up. Yeah, it's too light.
Is it too late? Should we try the first trial with the with an eraser in? Like just with the smallest eraser in and see whether that's better?
Let's go away.
Okay, we'll test that. If we can't get 5 trials to work, we may just have to go with 1 trial. Like, if we can get even 1 trial to work, we'll just go with just the 1 time. I mean, it won't be as good because we won't be able to average, like, multiple trials, but at least it's something. Alright, I should come down here and check out the weight. So, the car's not staying in the track, so we're going to try a slightly more weighted car.
36.4?
Yeah.
You agree with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
36.4.
36.4 is what the weight of that next car was.
36.4. 36.
Because remember last time, that's where it always came off.
Yeah, it's true, right? It always came off right at the beginning. Is there anything...
That's affecting it.
I don't know. I want to have a close-up as I watch this one, maybe.
Okay. Should we just try it?
Yeah, I did try. See how it works. Nope. It doesn't make sense. It was working when I did it in the room earlier today, too.
Yeah, it's like wonky.
I think it's because.
Is it maybe...
Yeah, I think accelerator's higher than.
It's slightly raised, isn't it?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is,
different idea here. In my
try it.
classroom, there's the motorized accelerator on the top of my desk there. Someone go grab that one. Maybe we'll try that one, see if that one works instead. Because maybe just the launcher itself is not working as well as it should. This actually is not the launcher I used last time, now that I think about it. Because I have 2 elastic launchers.
Oh.
And I used a different elastic launcher. We'll try the motorized one, we'll see if that works. Yeah, that's true. Do we don't think it's the track, I don't think. There's like a gap. You can see that. Like there's a gap between the floor and where it starts. That seems to be the issue. Here. Here. I'm just gonna set this down for a second here. Someone else tape. I'm gonna go see whether I can find the other launcher.
Don't just put it on.
Here, give this one a try. See whether the motorized launcher works, and I'll look for the other elastic launcher I have.
This is the right way.
Because we're videoing.
Do we have to turn the whole thing around?
We're videoing.
Oh, no. Good.
They're loud.
Hey!
Sweet! This one works. Cool.
Shall come back.
Hey, are we gonna do it without the eraser then?
Yeah, we should take the eraser.
Wait, so is this like weightless or
This is, well,
oh,
without the eraser.
you know what I mean? I wish I was
Yeah, try it with the eraser again.
With the eraser.
Gotta get closer with my time.
amazing.
Or you can actually.
Yeah.
Sort of.
One time.
Yeah, worked the first time.
Here's the other option. This is the launcher I used last time. And that one was more flush with the ground. That one may work better. I'll leave it up to you. So long as the same launcher works every time, though, we have to keep using the same launcher. Otherwise, that's not a control variable.
This one's gonna be erased.
That's the one I used last time, so.
That's without.
That's better.
Better.
Closer. Oh, the button right here is how you launch it.
Interesting, in bio we learn about sex, here we learn about playing with toys.
I'm not actually sure how to respond to that.
Now that's not a related topic, so walk away.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, that was closer. Okay, so how about this? If we can get one working trial, we'll take the one working trial. So rather than averaging 5, because waiting for 5 of these to work seems to be ridiculous. So just make sure that we're always ready to go. We'll reweigh it when we're done then.
Okay.
When we're done with it, we'll wait.
Ready?
So we're doing them without the eraser.
Why would we reweigh it? The mass of it didn't change.
That's true. It wouldn't hurt to double check though. But you're right. It should be the 30.3, was it?
Yeah.
Just make sure the Delver's ready every single time in case we get one that does work.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Should I do one then?
We'll just do one trial then. If we get a trial that works, that'll be considered success for us today.
3, 2, 1.
Can we just switch the track now?
We should try having this track up there because the siding's higher.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Because yeah,
Wait, just
a good idea.
don't rip, don't, you don't have to rip it, we have like extra ones here.
well, just change the track out here. So just like bring the launcher down to there.
Oh.
Just like slide that whole track all the way down here, Devin.
I don't really think we were gonna go that far.
Yeah, that may be more than we need.
Oh, that's so long.
This would be a good example pointing out, by the way, that not every lab works. I've had this happen in my chem class before, where sometimes we have to just say the lab didn't happen this time around, it just doesn't work.
We all got our percent.
But, I don't know. A very valid possibility this time. Like, it should work, like, all the ideas behind it work.
Oh, it's me, sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna go again. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
6.8 exactly. Oh my goodness.
Who's gonna measure?
Hey, hey!
You just took the car back, you didn't measure it.
No, I can't use that one.
Alright, well that one doesn't count.
So much for that.
Yeah, who, are you measuring?
Okay, so like ready.
Guys, Brad just pushed the car back.
Yeah, go.
Guys, Brad just pushed the car back. We don't know where the car was anymore.
Yeah.
We're just getting ready.
Oh, we're just getting ready, okay.
So now we're ready.
So, other things we've learned, don't put away your materials until you know you're done with them.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
How about we go with 3 and we'll average the best 2 out of 3?
7.8.
Just for the sake saving time because I don't want this to take like an hour and a half.
Should I measure from the front or the back of the car?
Probably front.
Let's see, depends on where they're going to launch from here. I would say for you guys here, you're going to want to put the
63 and a half. I don't know what measurement. It's feet.
I would go from like here, and then I'd go to the back of the car.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait,
And then I'd
Sal,
go
what's
back
that
of the car
in?
to back of the car.
Ask Hannah.
You guys want to hold the tape tight again? So go from the back of the car.
The back of the car?
Yeah, measure from the back of the car. Yeah, that's how I do that.
Wait,
So like,
that's this end.
like the end close to us.
Oh yeah, 63.5.
What? What?
The
No, we didn't. She wasn't holding it in the right spot.
Oh,
It's in feet, so we have to read.
but there's meters right there. 59.
Flat.
Exactly. 59.
So 0.0 probably then?
What is
It's
that?
feet. It's feet.
59
Huh.
feet.
Yeah,
The
it
other
is.
side of the tape measures in meters.
Yeah.
So what does it hold it?
This looks like 8 meters, and then there's feet. I didn't do it in meters. I
Well, like
did it
flip
in
it
the
over.
Look, like, go where
Find
you
the
are
59 feet.
Oh,
You don't have to remeasure it. Just find where
This is
59
so
is
bad.
and look on the other side.
Oh my god.
Challenge of doing a lab.
34.9.
What?
34.9. I think.
So 34.9, what would that be in units though? Because that's not meters.
I'm confused.
Yeah, what is that?
The red is it'll be like, this is what it is.
It was right there.
It says 34 feet. So, what meters?
Probably like,
Yeah, it's 59. I'm confused.
No, it's not 59.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This is
10 meters.
Okay.
10 meters right here.
And
So that'd be
that's
10.
another 10.
Okay, so this is 10 meters and like 40 centimeters. So this would be like 10.4 meters. So where is it looking at?
Right there.
Okay, so this would be 10 point. Let's go with 10.6, and we'll round it to the nearest tenth of a meter. Okay, so we're gonna go with 10.6 meters.
I don't want to do
That
this
works.
job no
Do you
more.
mind keep recording, or do you want me to again?
Doesn't matter.
I'll take it back. Just want to thank Oakley. He was my tape measure, my videotaper for a little while there.
It's not going to make it all the way back to you.
there's nothing on this word.
Okay, so how about this? Let's try to get 3 trials, and we'll average the closest 2. Does that work?
Yes.
That way we have, because accuracy will be improved when you do this more times, but we don't really have the time to do this like for forever.
You ready? 3, 2, 1.
That first one was a no eraser, right?
You wrote it in a rock one.
Okay, I wrote mine again.
3, 2, 1.
Or not.
This is the front of the car, right? Maybe was it this way? No, it was this way. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's just go with 1 trial for each then, because it looks like if we're lucky, it happens once out of 1 every what, like 10 times we actually get one that works. So let's just do 1 trial. So for the empty weighted car, how much mass was it? Was it 30.3 grams?
30.3, yeah.
Okay, and then the time, what did you get for time, Justin?
It's 7.81.
7.81 seconds, and distance was 10.6 meters. Okay, so let's just try to get 1 successful trial for each mass, and we'll just take that 1 trial.
The
So,
second mass, 36.4.
Devin, you'd be
36.4 is the
stepping on my
second mass.
okay, so for the video camera, 36.4 grams is the mass of our second heaviest car now.
Alright, ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
$8.44.
Okay, so Justin's got a time of 8.44 seconds.
That's with these small ones.
And just make sure we're onto the meter side this time. Is that it? No, I think it's the other side here. That's side meters. Okay, and so then in terms of measurements, so we're gonna go to the back of the car. So 930 though, right? So 9.3 meters. Does that make sense?
9.3.
9.3. 9.3 meters. Yeah, it was actually 9.30. Yeah. Okay. So that's 2. So do you guys want to weigh the car after we're done sending it down the track? Or do you want to weigh it first?
Okay.
You're going to weigh it first?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the weights over there, so we have to put them in before
Oh.
we do that.
Okay, so we're just going to head and find the weight of the third car with the third eraser in it.
We'll do it after.
Yeah.
Everything goes here. So then, yeah, just go with the next size up. This then. Okay.
Did you take the other one out?
Oh no. That
call.
would help. Ugh. Okay, like that is like stuck in there. Got it. Should we go with that? That's like slightly bigger.
No, we want to go with like this guy size here, like the
Okay.
3/4 size. Because I tried to make them so that if you guys can see here, there's
Oh,
there's
okay.
like 3 obvious different sizes. So this one is the one we just finished, and then this is the one we're currently on. So we've got
43.6.
43.6.
43.6 grams.
40, 43.6.
Okay, ready? File number 3. 3, 2, 1. This is gonna work. It's gonna work. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Closer.
Three, 2, 1. Justin. 3, 2, 1.
Let's just go with it.
We're going with it.
So, side note for that one totally flipped over before it started, didn't it?
Should we just redo it?
Let's record the data, but let's see if we can get one more that works for that one. Because that one was pretty iffy. Like, let's try it, like, say 5 more times, and if in 5 more times we can't get one that works, we'll take that one. But I think you'd all agree, like, that one was not perfect by any means.
The time was 5.58.
5, so 5.5.
So, that's 5 meters and then 10 centimeters. So, and you've got 5 after that, so that would be 5:15, like 5 meters and 15 centimeters. So 5.15.
Okay. 5.15.
5.15 meters for that one. But we'll try it one more time, see that we can make it work.
Tell her. She would have gotten it. Alright, next trial. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay. 4 more times. If it doesn't work, we'll just go with the one that we had then.
3, 2, 1.
Come on, Carlin.
Hey,
You can't have all those labs. That's just the way it works.
it's not my fault.
I think it's safe for you.
3, 2, 1. And jumped again.
But it didn't flip really bad like the first time.
Okay.
5.83.
So let's compare those two numbers, distance and time. And then how about this? I'll let you guys choose whichever one you think is probably like the better of the two trials. You thought that this one didn't flip quite as badly?
Yeah, and it went farther.
This one went a little further?
It really did. Like the first one was way more, got way more height and everything.
Okay. So then this is 5 meters and then 80. No, it's not quite up to the 8, is it? So the 7. So let's work backwards. If that's 8, oops, I just moved that. Don't say anything. So that'd be 79, 78, 77, 76. 576. Okay, we're going to go with 576.
Okay, so I need to take
Just so you guys know, I accidentally tapped the card just the slightest bit when I don't think it made a difference, but If you're looking for some other reason why this lab was not accurate enough, there's another one. I'm sure we have plenty of other reasons why the lab is not working though. Alright, let's do one last trial, then we'll call it a day. So this is the last one?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it so that the weight's not so.
Like lopsided?
Yeah.
Just show that, so.
Oh my gosh. I'm really trying. I don't, because I don't
That'll
want more.
probably work.
Whatever.
That'll work. Okay. So the heaviest one is 50.2.
Okay. Weight is 50.2 grams. Have you heard that? Everyone? 50.2 grams for this car. What? 50.2 grams.
So one note I want to make here is that the original lightest car was what, about 30 grams?
Yeah.
And so slowly over time we've now increased the weight by about 20 grams. It's not quite doubled, but it's close to doubled, which means that if like you double the weight, then you're doubling the normal force, which means you should be doubling the friction force about. Does that make sense? So like as the weight goes up, we should be increasing the frictional force by the same proportion. So let's try one last trial. Just hoping we can get it to work.
Alright, last trial. 3, 2, 1.
Of course this one works. Okay, so that was 8.50 seconds. Okay, so it's just below the 3, right? So now let's not go to the millimeters. Let's do. So what do you want to go with? 8? No, 9. 927. Is that what you're saying? Okay, we're gonna go with 927. Okay. Can we try one more trial? Can we try putting two full erasers on top of each other? No, let's just go with one more here. I just want to do one more mass. Since we've only got 4 weights, like we've got 30 grams, 36 grams, 43, 42, 52. Can we try to go one more? And Hannah, what I'll have you do, did someone bring the tape down with us? Is the masking tape down here?
Yeah.
Okay, take 2 erasers and try to tape one more eraser on top of it so that we can increase the mass like considerably. Because as I watched that last trial go there, that one worked the best, like the first time, right? And I just wonder whether the extra weight was actually helpful. So we'll just try one last more trial, and if that one doesn't work, then we'll call it a day. And if it does work, we'll just add one more to it, that's all.
So, just maybe one of these fuller ones?
Yeah, does that make
On top
sense?
of that?
I'm just gonna set the camera down here for a second. I'll give you a hand.
Okay, I'll actually just let you tape it because
Sure.
I don't want to wreck the way the wheels turn or anything.
I did this earlier. So I'm just thinking one more like that.
Doesn't want to grow up and keeps wanting to play with his no carbs.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what we've done here. We've just taped a double eraser on top.
Okay, let's wait.
So we'll just see. I'll see that this one works. I hope it does. 70.2.
Okay. Weight is 70.2 grams.
What?
70.2 grams.
Okay, so this will be the last one we try. If we can get this one to work, that's fantastic. If not, we'll call it a day. So we'll try this like 4 or 5 times, see whether we can get a trial to work. So 70.2 grams, the heaviest car. Here's hoping.
5. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
This is what happened to me when I was testing the other day, is the weight was too much, and like the car could hardly even get started.
You should push the erasers forward. I tried, but you can't get them.
Like without ripping the tape.
No.
Or like it gets stuck in the like the little speaker box. I tried that earlier. It just wasn't budging.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, like pop. We should turn it the other way.
Yeah, let's go backwards.
Try it backwards.
Try the car backwards.
It's like my driving.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, this isn't going to work. That's okay, though. So I think we've got, do we have 4 successful trials? We have 4 that worked, right? With 4 different masses?
Successful.
For successful, yeah, there's a good point there with quotations. So at the end of the day here, if we were successful overall, which I'm very skeptical about at this point, the 4 coefficient of frictions that you calculate should all be the same. That would be a miracle. Because I'm thinking that with how the cars went down the track, it was not perfect. But we'll give it a try, okay? So this is sometimes how science works.